what's up, everybody? Hey, there was no Supercross this weekend, but that doesn't mean there was no action. Stank Dog was in action, a lot, like on and off the track. So we're gonna break down the Prescott Arenacross. And yes, I said Prescott, not Prescott. I was corrected by somebody who lives there. It's not Prescott, it's Prescott, Arizona. So, all right, guys. Thanks to EBC Brakes. You guys know they're big supporters of Cooksey Media, and they've been with me for a while. So make sure you check them out. Epic Garage Designs. Head over to Epic Garage Designs YouTube channel. There's a video with a time lapse. If you like the channel or subscribe to the channel, comment on that video, you are automatically entered to win a Moto-Tracks. Complete Racing Solutions. You guys know Coach Rob. He's the smartest guy. Check him out. He's got programs from everybody starting at $20 a month all the way on up, depending on how serious you want to get. So, all right, guys, let's get into this bad boy.
Everybody love everybody!
You all know exactly who I am.
I almost forgot to say subscribe. I hate having to do that, but if you guys subscribe, it helps the channel quite a bit. It helps the algorithm, helps more people get it, the search engine, all that. So if you could please do that, I'd appreciate it. So, all right, guys, here we go. So with no Supercross, well, all of our eyes turn to the Arenacross series. And Jack Brassfield and his partners have done an amazing job with that series, and I think we need to pay more attention to the Arenacross series. They're trying to bring back the glory days. They have a lot of amateur racing. They're focusing on the pros, on how these pros can make a living racing their dirt bikes. And I think it's pretty cool. So I want to talk about it, and I'm glad. I mean, we'll turn a negative into a positive and focus on Arenacross this weekend instead of Supercross. Yes, it sucks not having Oakland, but we're still going to have Oakland just February 18th. So not a big deal. Just switched it up. Long drive for the privateers, but that's a different argument. So this is a great opportunity. A team that needed this break was AGE. They had a rough Anaheim 1. Their first Anaheim, I mean, Jerry Robin made it through the LCQ, but you had Austin Politelli with bike problems and just couldn't get it dialed in. Mitchell Harrison, who's way faster than what he showed in Anaheim, didn't even make the main. It was brutal. And for these guys to get some gate drops, Mitchell Harrison to get a main event win, Politelli to get those all-important gate drops and finish a third was amazing for that team. And I think that that was a brilliant move by them to go up there and race rather than just sit out. I think it's going to pay dividends when they get to San Diego next weekend. Kyle Peters, he showed when you go to Arenacross, you got to go through him. He won the first main event, and I mean, the guy's good. He's coming back from that broken neck, which is a story on itself. I did another video talking about Kyle Peters and how amazing this comeback is. Guys, he wasn't sure if he was even going to be able to do anything. There was rumors that he had been paralyzed from the neck down. Luckily, he got everything back. He's fully rehabbed, and now he's winning races again. But he's a great story. Then we had Jared Lesher out there, another two-stroke guy, along with Stanky, who, guys, you gotta love Stank Dog. But I'll get into him in a second. But Jared Lesher's got that look on there. It looks like, if I get it correctly, it looks like the 87 YZ250. It is so clean. But he got a couple top 10 finishes, good gate drops. These guys all earn money. Great for these privateers in this off weekend. It wasn't so good for Cade Clason. Man, I guess he stuffed, according to the Stank Dog. I didn't see what happened exactly. Clason took him out. So, in true vigilante fashion, listen, you don't call him the Stank Dog for nothing. He's a dog. And if you're going to mess with the dog, he's not going to let it slide. He's stanky. Like, he once threatened to break a kid's leg if he got in his way at Arenacross. He's not messing around. So, Cade, you know better than to mess around with Stank Dog. So if you stuff him, don't be pissed when he comes back. When you hit him at a 5 and he comes back at a 10, don't be pissed. You don't get to judge what someone retaliates with. You started it, and they get to escalate it. Now, if you want it to stop, now that he's got even, when you get back to Supercross, next time you go to pass the Stank Dog, steer clear of him. Unless you want to keep this going, because I heard it went into the pits. And I have some thoughts on that too. I'm disappointed that Stank was disqualified. I understand you can't smack somebody. But if someone's threatening me and they step within arm's length, that is legally, by the law, not rules or anything like that, By the letter of the law, I have a right to defend myself. If you're threatening me and you step that close, and apparently that's what Cade Clason did, Stank popped him. I don't understand why, if the law says what Stanky did was fine and that Cade broke it, I think it's kind of silly that he got disqualified. I understand if you're going to disqualify Stank, then you got to disqualify the guy who started the fight, which would be Clason. Yeah, that's one thing my dad always taught me. He said, listen, right here, if they're close enough and they're threatening you and they say they're going to hit you, you hit first, you hit hard, and don't stop till they're down, because once you've hit them, you've really pissed them off. But the chances of a street fight, once you get one free shot on, your chances of winning go up dramatically. Usually there's only a few punches thrown anyway. But hey, don't threaten people and come that close if you don't want to get hit, Cade. But that's it, guys. That's Arenacross. That's vigilante justice. That's what happens. You know how many times back in the tunnel there's fights that nobody knows about? I mean, well, Jason Thomas had one where it spilled out onto the track. When you race in close quarters, it's a different ball game. There's a different type of, you need to know, like I said, I told the story when I did Arenacross where I put Chris Papworth down the hallway and then I landed on a hay bale. Like, it's so weird how it comes back on you quickly. If you're going to do dirty stuff's going to come back on you. And it's just a nice racing lesson for Cade Clason. Not that he's not a veteran and knows all this. He might have just spaced it off. You've got to have an awareness of who you're passing. If that's, Kyle Peters that he stuffed, maybe you can get away with it. But you're not going to get away with it with a guy like Stank Dog. He's a wild man, and he's not faking it. He's truly a wild man. So, anyway, Clason, you need to know better. Stank, I'm with you, man, I guess. I don't, what can I say? If there's a pit rumble and I got to pick sides, I'm fighting for Stank. So, all right, guys. Hey, so if you'll notice, I'm wearing my Sea of 7 shirt, the mustard. Hey, their Instagram only has 3,000 followers. If you guys want to head over to their Instagram and just give them a follow, I'd appreciate it. It's such a cool company. So hit up Sea of 7 and, yeah, follow those guys. So thanks, and I will catch you later.